Hi, I'm David Jones from the Manna from Devon Cooking School. Beautiful summer's day. We're going to be cooking a fantastic summery dish. I love this mackerel. We're going to cook that in some Indian spices with some Bombay Aloo. Both of those are going to go in the Morso Forno oven. We're going to show you two different slightly cooking techniques. I've got a couple of mackerel here, one of my absolutely favourite fish, especially when it's really fresh. We want to keep this lovely and fresh until the moment that we need it, so I'm going to take that out of the way for a minute and pop it in the fridge. Meanwhile, I'm going to get a pan warming up and we're going to cook the Bombay Aloo. A little bit of oil in my pan, and let's start that warming up while I chop up an onion. Reasonably finely diced. And then we'll get some garlic and ginger. I'm going to chop this up reasonably finely. It's all going to be cooked in together with the potatoes. That'll give our potato mix a lovely freshness. And then some garlic, I will just slice that. And that should be just in time. And our oil should be nice and hot. That can all go straight into there. It's got a nice little sizzle on it. A quick stir and back into the hot oven until those onions start to soften. That's had plenty of time to soften. And here's my spices. In here I've got garam masala, chili pepper, turmeric, mustard seed, and a little bit of salt. Cook that for a minute or so with the onion, garlic and ginger. That just wants 30 seconds or so to let those spices cook in with the onion, garlic and ginger. Okay, that should be ready. Give it a quick stir, and in go these potatoes, which I've just chopped up into centimetre size cubes. Give those a little stir around so they're all coated in the spices. And into there goes some nicely chopped up tomato. And a splash of water. And I'm going to put a top on that and let that simmer 10 to 15 minutes in the warm oven. Easy peasy. That'll simmer away nicely in that nice hot oven. I hardly need to touch it, but I will give it a stir halfway through. Time to prepare this beautiful mackerel down here. This is a fantastic British fish of the summertime. If you can get it really nice and fresh, so it's really firm and glistening, then it's going to be absolutely perfect. Lovely sharp knife. Slit in there behind its gill and run the knife down its backbone. Very important to have a sharp knife to do this. Your fillet will be so much tidier for it. Same again on the other side. And then I'm just going to trim it up. Take the bones and the belly out. Take the fins away from the back. Nip off the tail. And if I want to be really, really kind to my guests, then I'll take out the backbone as well, with a little slit either side of the bones there, and out it comes. For all those people who can't bear a little bit of fish bone. So there I've got 4 lovely, very neat mackerel fillets. I'm going to make a little paste to go on those. Splash of sunflower oil, spoonful of turmeric. It's going to give it a nice sort of smoky flavour and also a fantastic bright yellow colour. Half a spoon or so of ground coriander and a little pinch of salt. Mix all of that up and then in go the mackerel. I'm just rolling those around in the marinade to make sure they're all nicely coated. When I come to cook those, they're going to go into a really hot pan. They're just going to take 30 seconds on each side, no time at all. So I want to wait until my potatoes are almost completely cooked before I think about cooking the mackerel. We're just going to make a nice lime mayonnaise. Very simple. Yogurt, mayonnaise, lime, little pinch of salt and pepper. And just whiz off some of this zest. It's going to give us all those beautiful aromatic oils, fantastic zippy flavours, perfect with the mackerel. And the yogurt cooling, just slightly cooling, a nice counterpoint to the spicy potatoes. That should be plenty. Into there some mayonnaise, little pinch of salt, little pinch of pepper, and a nice squeeze of lime juice. Mix all of that up, and that's it, as simple as that. Time to check our Bombay Aloo, see if they're nearly ready. Beautiful aromas coming out of that pan. Little stir up, and then I'll just use the tip of a knife to check 1 or 2 of those. Still a little bit firm, but almost completely cooked. I'm going to pop those back in the oven, but I'm going to leave the top off now, just dry off the moisture, and pull forward a nice bed of embers, sit the pan on there, get it really nice and hot, a little bit of oil ready to cook the mackerel. I'll just give that a couple of minutes to heat up. Okay, our oil is shimmeringly hot. Ready with my mackerel. And in they go with a lovely sizzle. And they can go straight back into the oven onto the bed of embers. They'll just take literally a minute on each side. Now I'll just check that the Bombay Aloo is completely cooked. Feels nice and soft. And I'll just taste a piece of potato. Perfect. 2 minutes in the oven and our fish will be ready. And mackerel, fresh mackerel like this, really deserves just some very quick hot cooking. Keeps it beautifully moist. Perfect. A little handful of coriander going into the potatoes, just to give it a beautiful fresh finish. A little helping of that on a plate. 2 of these mackerel fillets. So all that needs is a little bit of our lime mayonnaise dressing as a beautiful contrast to the spicy fish and the spicy potatoes. So that's our Indian spiced mackerel with Bombay Aloo, lime mayonnaise, the Bombay Aloo simmered in the Morso Forno, the mackerel fried in the Morso Forno. Absolute perfect pairing for a beautiful summer's day.